Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. Now, last episode was a momentous occasion because we finally unlocked the last relics, and now we have every single relic unlocked and upgraded all the way to level 100, which gives us access to not only all of these relics, but all of their achievements. Sorry, all of their... Well, I mean, we get the achievements as well, but all of their special properties. The last one of which unlocks at rank 100. So we have all of these unlocked in case we want to try out a new build and it calls for a certain relic. It's just gonna be there waiting for us. Now, I mentioned at the end of last episode that now that we're done unlocking relics, finally we can start spending our piety on other things. And what are those other things? Well, let me show you. Let me show you. Well, one thing that you can do is you can actually continue to level up your relics beyond rank 100. In fact, you'll see a couple of them already have some extra ranks. Vitreous has 1 rank. 5740 NG has 3 extra ranks. These, I don't believe any of these are ranks that I actually put. These are all bonus ranks that we got from a certain nether portal encounter, which when you come across it will give you just a free upgrade to one of your relics. And since all of our relics are level 100, that means if we come across that nether encounter, then we're guaranteed to get something that's worth at least 10,100 piety, depending on which relic it chooses. So that's one thing. That's one thing we could do, is we can actually continue to just pour money into these relics, and that might be a good option, especially Bloodseeker, which we have equipped on our Animatus. Excuse me. 5740, also not a bad option. Defense on our, Lightning Rod character that's provoking and soaking up all the hits would not be a bad option. Although I think I'd lean towards health on the Animatus, just because, that translates into damage for us as well. But that's not the only thing that you can spend your piety on. You'll notice there's another option that we haven't looked at. I don't believe we've looked at this in the entire series. I could be wrong. I might have briefly shown it in somewhere in the first 5 episodes and then never looked at it ever again. It's this option. Here's where you can start to do some really interesting things. Before we do that, let's actually look at what it actually says. Let's read the whole sentence. Increase the strength of your reliquary to make all your relics more powerful. Right, now let's take a look at this. We have the option to increase the attack damage that our relics do. Could be an interesting thing. I mean, in general, they don't really do a lot of damage, and I don't know if even doing this is gonna necessarily cause relics to become viable damage dealers by themselves. Maybe it will. Maybe I'm writing them off a little bit too quickly. But this is one of the options. The other thing is for relics that provide healing, this is excuse me, this is another option. This might not be a bad thing to invest in, but again, I don't think our build in particular relies on any relics that do direct healing. There's spell damage for relics that are casting defensive spells by themselves. Then there's stat decrease. Obviously, you would hope that if your relics are doing this, it's being targeted against the enemy. And likewise, you would hope that stat increases are being targeted against your team. And this might not be a bad thing to put some points into, because let's actually take a look at what... well, let's look at 5740 and Bloodseeker, because I think both of them have some sort of stat increases going on. So... yes, there is defense being gained. There's also maximum health being gained. Yeah. So... that's one relic that would benefit from stat increases. And at this point, that's where I feel like we should put our Piety into. And Bloodseeker, of course, is about, again, gaining maximum health. And... now, this is interesting. So, the rank 70 bonus, it's not directly a stat gain, it's just a modifier on stat gains. Depending on the technicalities of how the game works, that might not actually be affected by the stat gain bonus, because if we look at this, it says increase the amount of stats that your relics increase, but that thing isn't a stat increase, it's just making other stat increases better. It's possible that that might not be so great. That might not be so great. Then there's this, which is just straight up increases the relic's stats, which might not be a bad thing to do, because doubling the stat bonus for something like Bloodseeker or 5740 NG, and these are percentage stat increases, so even better. So doubling those wouldn't be bad. And then the final thing is synergy. Your creatures gain 1% per rank of your relic's stat bonuses, even when they're not attuned to a creature. Does this mean every single relic in our reliquary? Or does it mean that out of only the relics equipped, your other creatures get those? Because if it's the former, that sounds kind of broken. If it's the latter, that is also broken, just because like that could give you some crazy stat bonuses. But it would be a bit less broken. We'll find out. We'll find out shortly. Like, I hate to show you all of this and like kind of just tease you and then walk away without doing anything. But the thing is, because these are all percentage things, I'm very obsessive about this in particular, that I will want to go from 0 to 100 in one go. And in order to do that, we'll need about 500,000 and a bit, I think. Depending on how much more expensive it gets between ranks. So basically, I'll treat this as though we were buying and upgrading a new relic, except that it doesn't have the 10,000 upfront cost, and you know, there's no like tiers of bonuses. You don't get something special every 10 ranks, you just get more of the same thing. But for my own sort of, like I said, my own obsessive need requires me to only do this if I can go to a nice round number in one go. And we'll get there. Don't worry about it. We'll get there eventually. For now, though, let's just chill. Let's just start out our other stuff. Excuse me, our other stuff for this episode. And let's do some realms. And when we have a nice amount of piety saved up, we will start putting some points in, and we'll see what that does for us. We'll see what that does for us. Before we jump into some realms, and we're going to be going to the Arachnid Nest for the first one to fight a boss. Before we jump into some realms, let's just make sure everything is in order. I believe we have our bounty already set. And I believe it's time to jump in and see what we can find in the Arachnid Nest. Right, so now that all of that is sorted out. Oh god, he's oh god, straight away we have some nonsense to deal with. It's not that bad though. We can deal with extra traits. We just have to set up our macros. And we gain another favor rank as well. Always nice. I believe the only thing we're gonna get out of favor ranks is you know, better loot bonuses, but you know what? We love loot, so that's always a good thing to have. Okay, there's the boss. Should we just jump into the boss? Is this place inhabited with lepers? Yeah, it's... The moment I saw two enemies of the exact same type, I was like, okay, there's probably something going on. And they're fused with Efreet, which I think that's... they've got some sort of spellcasting synergy. And if that's the case, then it's a good thing that they're silenced. Well, let's take out the Gorgon Master. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Is that... No, sorry, Efreet have burning synergies. I was thinking of something else. So they cast those spells for some unrelated reason, again. No doubt having to do with their... Fuck off, man. Their stupid extra traits. Such a bunch of malarkey. Sealing our spell gems. Fuck these guys, man. Fuck these guys. You know what? I think we can win. Maybe not. Let's just do Entangling Roots. Do another Clayman. And this is obviously going to be enough to win. Oh yeah, these stupid Gorgons, they, some of them have a chance of just resisting our damage, and that's pretty annoying. But anyway, they're dealt with. And now all we gotta do is finish the rest of this realm. Not a bad realm for farming. And speaking of farming, we can get some farming done. We're fighting life creatures, and then we're doing nature, and then sorcery. Let's get the life creatures done. I think we were doing some beacons. Atlas beacons. And you know what, let's go ahead and get the boss dealt with. Alright. Vexed. Oof, that's bad. But we got through it. Did one of these jokers have... Did one of these jokers shuffle the timeline? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Yep, fuck off. Vexed! How dare you? How dare you do this to me? Let's just do blank slate. And everybody's blind. Okay, greater dispel. Okay. You know what? Do a bit of that. And now I think the Dread White should be able to do a party wipe. Well, he needed a bit of an assist from the animators, but got that job done pretty easily, and it gives us a nether stone. You know what I'm gonna start doing is, anytime we find a nether stone, I'm gonna take a picture of it with my phone. And at the end of the episode, we're just gonna... like anything that's beyond 170. Because anything that's below 170 isn't gonna have a trait, it's just gonna immediately get recycled. Anything above 170, just in case I lose where it is. I'm gonna get into a habit of doing this, is getting the stones taken care of, just to get a bit of extra piety. Again, and now that we're done with the summoning relics, or you know, awakening and upgrading relics, piety maybe doesn't feel that crucial, but we still need piety for multiple reasons. Number one, there is an achievement just for getting piety in the first place, and I believe that's a character achievement. Let's take a look at that. Excuse me. Yeah, you need 50 million. 50 million piety. And that's a lot. But we can get piety pretty easily by just recycling nether stones that we don't want. Remember in the last couple of sessions where we got rid of the nether stones that we'd accumulated, that gave us like over 1 million in some of those recycling sessions. Admittedly, those were nether stones that were built up over hundreds of episodes, so it's not, you know, an endless well. Eventually we will run out if we're just recycling our old backlog of nether stones, but we're getting nether stones at a quick enough rate that it's given us a pretty steady income in terms of just amassing more piety over time. And that's going to give us some good chances to enhance our reliquary. So that is that's where my thinking is at. All right. Are we done fighting life creatures? Not quite. Not quite. Still a few of them left. Fuck this guy, man. How dare you resurrect? How dare you do it? Alright. So another realm taken care of. I was expecting there to be a chest in that corner. I was disappointed to see that there wasn't. But that's okay. This should have finished that. And now... Excuse me. And now we can start summoning nature creatures. Which I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start doing it just for fun. And I think we were working on brownies. So, yeah, you know what? Let's go and do that. And if we run into any along the way, we'll fight them. I won't go super hard trying to kill every single thing we summon in this realm, you know. I also hope I'm not coming down with a cold. I feel like it... You know how sometimes if you have a dry throat, you can tell, but then sometimes you're not sure if it's just because your throat was dry or if something else is going on? Really hope it's not a cold. I hate colds. I haven't had one in a while. I'd like to keep it that way. But you know what? Only time will tell. And if I do have a cold, you'll probably find out very quickly, like immediately at the start of next episode. You'll be able to tell just from the sound of my voice. All right. A few more of these lepers to take down. All right, a few more beacons. Another chest. Oh, fuck off, man. I hate this elite type. So annoying. How, man, it's so... like, how dare they just force me to take an extra turn to kill them? It's just so disrespectful. Right, kill you. And just keep on murdering people. Alright, you're down. No chest there. There's not as many chests in this realm as I would like. I guess it is a bit of a smaller realm as well. Let's kill some of these brownies. With it, hopefully. Oh, no chest there either. Yeah, this is a very sort of not a very economically prosperous realm. Not a lot of wealth lying around, and we get the bad outcome out of you. That sucks. Really does suck. Is there anything left to explore? I don't think so. So we're already pretty close to the exit. We'll just kill the people in this room. And then we'll move on to another realm. Okay. Kill you. Well, I mean, if there's only 2 enemies left, and if it is a small realm, I might as well just kill them as well. Don't want them to feel left out, you know. We did invite them after all. Oh, fuck off. Of course the final enemy is gonna be like a timeline shuffler. Fuck off. Fuck you. And I was trying to be nice to them as well. I went out of my way to meet them, and that's how they treated me. Like, you see the stuff that I've got to deal with. Really is very upsetting. Right, let's get this bonus rolled. 404 is good enough to take into a random realm. Alright, the Barons, fun realm. And I think you can just do a bit of this action. Might have to switch it up. We'll, ooh, hey, Nether realm. Yeah, you know, just to be on the safe side, let's do this. Okay, so we go to the back to find Ephron, and as a reward we get some treasure. Right? Nothing special, but you know what? That's okay. And even though you don't get anything for it, I just like destroying everything in this room. There we go. Now you should have no trouble getting out. Ooh, more treasure. What? Why did they come back? God, I really hope there isn't a resurrection synergy going on. We can get some favor out of you. We're working on brownies, so let's get some brownie action going on. Brownie action, and then we can do whatever creature, whatever sorcery creature we were farming. Hello, alright, that's pretty good. Alright. Alright. Take you out. And we do have to find a master in this realm. So let's keep an eye out for them. Alright. All the while, let's just try and get through the realm in a somewhat efficient manner. Oh, we have less stat gain. Okay. I was wondering why it felt like our Clayman was a bit underpowered. Alright. Makes sense. A lot of resources, alright. Alright. Take you out. And let's take you out. Again, this isn't a bad realm for farming. So, we'll potentially get a bit more people at the candle, especially because the candle is right here to begin with, as we explore the rest of the realm. We're getting prophecy tasks done as well. Yeah, we're done fighting nature creatures, now we can just fight some sorcery dudes. And the sorcery creature that we were farming was Chimera, I believe. I'll go for the Draco Chimera, because I don't want people resurrecting. If I'm farming the Blessed Chimera, I'm gonna have to switch to my Fire Devil's Rage macro just to stop them from resurrecting, because it really sounds like a really bad trait to have against you. What happened? I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was kind of looking off to the side, not really noticing. I think I might have wasted or like lost a turn in that battle or something like that. Or something happened because I didn't attack on the turn that I expected to attack. Apologies if you heard that vibration. My phone was on a table not directly next to, but not that far away from the mic. It was behind the mic, so hopefully it shouldn't have been picked up that much. But I have relocated the phone. Basically, if you put your phone on a soft surface, then that'll stop it from vibrating. It's a double-edged sword, though, because if something important does come up, then if your phone is on vibrate, then you just won't hear it. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta live life on the edge, you know? You just gotta take a bit of a risk. Because only true daredevils leave their phone on vibrate and then put it on top of a cushion. Can't imagine a bigger thrill than that, you know? Alright, let's and have we killed enough? We've killed enough sorcery creatures, and now we can just go down the list in order, which is what I like to do. Oh, I see what's happening. It's that because we have less stat gain, one single Clayman cast is not enough to give me enough health to satisfy the conditions of my macro. And one of our people is out of non-ethereal Clayman charges, so they're just using their one ethereal charge. Wait, now dumplings are never gonna run away. Get some more loot out of you. Yeah, like if the Animatus gets the weak Clayman and then heals, he gets almost all of his health back, and so that, yeah, that's what's screwing things up. That is what's screwing things up. Yeah, see, so now the animator is gonna heal, and then, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. So I had to manually cast Rapid Dementia. And again. Let's do a bit of this action. This time the Animatus is going for... Well, never mind. We got a free Archangel's Blessing, which normally is great, but in this one very specific instance was not what I wanted. But you know what, that's okay. Where is this gosh darn master? Because we've been... Oh god, he might be in this room over there. Let's go down and around. grab this chest. Okay, yeah. You know, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. Get a couple more chests, and I think the only place we haven't looked. And lo and behold, the master is indeed hiding in plain sight. The Rift Dancer Master. Rift Dancers are some of the most graceful creatures in existence. Their unique dances empower their allies, granting them powerful boons that can turn the tide of battle. Bit of a vague description, but accurate, I guess. So you are out. You know what? Let's start off like this. Then we'll do a bit of this action. A bit of this action. Then what I'll do is a bit of maybe. We're not getting lucky with the Archangel. There we go. Now if I do a bit of this, I think that's enough to win. That's our 7th victory against the Rift Dancers. Should give us an achievement for that. Let's wait for it to pop. There we go. And one final enemy. Let's take you down. I forgot to manually cast Rabbit Dementia. That's okay. We can just do this. Ooh. We've got to do that. Let's just make sure that there aren't any of those huts that we haven't visited. Because they can give you a good amount of loot. I think that was the final one. Okay. Now we can move on to a new realm. As usual, let's roll until we see a nice bonus. $379 is acceptable. Just make sure that we don't have any reason to go back home. Not yet, but soon we will. Alright. So let's go to a random realm. Strong against death. But are you strong enough? I don't think so. Okay. So... Oh, just do a bit of that. Sorry, sorry. That's the wrong macro. Regular Rabbit Dementia should be enough. I like to keep my non-ethereal Clayman charges in reserve. Ooh, oh, okay. These are Nemesis creatures. Alright. Our attacks deal less damage, which is why we're struggling so much against them. But I think generally we should be fine in this realm. So we gotta... So the realm objective says find a key and then open a giant treasure chest. We don't actually have to find the key because... for the level 20 bonus, keys are no longer required to open large treasure chests. And in fact, we have 2 large treasure chests instead of just 1. And in fact, we can now hand in the Goblet of Trials and another God Spawn. Just some good stuff all around. Maybe this realm is a little tougher than I gave it credit for. Ooh, treasure trove. What's that? What's that? 25,000 treasure chests opened. You know what? Let me just fix my macro. 25,000 treasure chests opened, and to get 50,000... What? Oh, fuck off, man. Shuffling the timeline. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you, dude. Fucking fuck you, you piece of actual garbage. Fuck off. God, this was such a bad fight. Fuck this fight, man. Ugh. Fuck this fight. Ugh. The fuck is going on? What? Piercing dragon. What? But none of you are even... Oh, what? Why do you... What? Why do people have extra traits? What's going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what actually is going on? I need to get to the bottom of this. Okay, no extra traits. I don't know what happened in that fight. Anyway, let's not get too upset at the garbage that's been thrown at us by the monsters in this realm. Let's just keep our heads held high, and let's just continue. Alright. We're completing prophecy lines now, so that's good. What are we on? We're getting bats. We're getting bats. Summon a bunch of bats, and let's just kill them and see what we get. Let me just make sure that we don't have any other creatures to kill for the Rune of Prophecies. Not really. Wait, how have we not completed any missions of any type? That's kind of weird. Kind of weird, if you ask me. I'm gonna check something. Do God spawns not count as missions? Although we haven't had it in yet. Maybe you've got to wait until you actually go back into Everett. That would make sense. You also have to hunt down a treasure golem. Alright, my friend. There we go. Here's how we'll do it. We'll do it like this. And then we'll just try and hit you. I think we have enough firepower to take you down. There we go. And we get nothing for our trouble. Sad. Cannot gain buffs or stats, so let's just I mean, there's nothing we can do. I guess if you can't gain buffs or stats, you can try and debuff the enemy. But we don't really do sorry, not debuff, but like reduce stats on the enemy, but we don't really do that in our build. Here we go, we can hand in a pilgrimage as well. Alright. Nobody... like nothing in that big chest. And the master, which I think is going to be the Paragon Master. What are you? Paragons are interesting creatures. They affect all the creatures on the battlefield, friend and foe alike. Take some serious strategy to utilize their full potential, but hey, that's the kind of guy I am, so it all works out. Your creatures don't stand a chance against the likes of me. Whatever, man. Do a bit of this. Do a bit of that. Fuck off, man. Do a bit of this. And you know what? Let's just try and... let's just try and get the Dread White buffed up. Yeah. Billions of... well, 1.25 billion. Life? One of them is gonna resurrect. That's annoying. But is immediately gonna be sent back into oblivion. Grab this. Let's go in there. Yeah, people in this realm are kind of tough. That's annoying. Nothing in those chests. Oh hey! Nether realm, didn't even notice that. Hey, and we're gonna get some treasure out of this. Okay, so no small fee. 5,000, okay. Nothing special. 1,000 of each, okay. And 10,000 of each, this is the most expensive. So nothing special in either of those chests. And this final one is going to be a Pandora fight. Are we going to be able to summon Pandora after this fight? Not sure if we will. We'll soon see. Yep, he escaped. And we get, oh hey, another nether stone. And we can summon another Pandora. So this does count as a Pandora encounter for the purposes of summoning Pandora. Alright. Noted. Duly noted. Also, how are we for time? Let me just check. We are at 51 minutes. So we'll do one more realm after we head back home. I am also going to have to roll the Goblet of Trials. And it's hilarious that the realm gave us Arcane after we've already wasted all of our... well, not all of our, but a lot of our non-ethereal spell charges. And we're just about to leave the realm. Good one. Good one, game. Actually, there is a little bit that we still have to explore. The sound effect when you destroy those crystals to get favor is really satisfying. Just something about that, it's just really, really satisfying. So, okay, fine, we'll kill the final enemy and then we'll head home, because there are a bunch of things to do at home. But let me just take a quick look around and confirm that nothing else requires our attention. Okay. And yeah, let's head home. 2 projects and the goblet is full. Okay. So we have to summon a god spawn. We also should summon Pandora. Okay, so that's... So the pilgrimage counted that the god spawn summon did not count as a mission. That kind of sucks. That really does kind of suck. Really does kind of suck. I mean, eventually we will be done summoning god spawns. Carnus, I think that's Gonfurion. Hard to tell. That one looks pretty cool. And then there's a Pandora. Oh, we can't summon another mimic yet, but we can summon Pandora. Okay, start a new god spawn. We've gotten everybody on this page. We've gotten Iconus, we've gotten Capri. And get Laglore. We're gonna have to go back to the the barons for this, and now we're gonna have to summon. Sorry, we're gonna have to hand in our Goblet of Trials and roll it until we have the animator back. Right, yes, I am gonna have to roll this off screen. I'll be back when that is done in just a moment. Okay, that didn't take too long, maybe about a minute and a half maybe, and now what do? We have to go to the barons, and that'll be the final realm for the episode. 422 is a nice bonus. Make sure all our projects are running. Make sure all our projects are running. So got a hunt that's happening. Got a forge that's happening. Got 2 god spawns. I'm actually gonna do a key forge mission in the interests of getting our missions done quickly, because if god spawns don't count, we're gonna have to get our missions done from other sources. So the forge and the hunt is gonna count, but then if we're waiting until after that to start another pilgrimage, or like if we're starting a pilgrimage now and then we're waiting for that pilgrimage to end, that could mean that we're just waiting for just a longer period of time before we hand in this Rune of Prophecies, and I just want it to be as complete as possible. Although there are 2 other sticking points, that is Buried Treasure and Riddle Dwarves, which we haven't come across in a while, but you know what? Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Anyway, for the final realm in this episode, we're going to be going to the Barons to buy the project material for Isaros's God Spawn. Right, back here, what are we dealing with? Doppelganger is not great. Let's make a donation. And let's buy the Heart of Laglor. So they're fused with the Dryads. Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Why are you, what? Cradle? Hang on, isn't that a might trait? Was there a might in their party? And I just missed it? It's possible. Right, we've got to find oases. 2 of them are right here. One that generously gave us some treasure. In fact, all 3 of them are going to be here. A whole bunch of treasure. Alright. I'm into this. And we get attacked. Okay. Oh no. Fuck these guys, man. Nyx are some of the worst enemies in the game. Because of this garbage that they do, just silencing you. So fuck these guys. We don't like them. That is the realm done. The final realm. We'll try and get some farming done while we are at it. We're still trying to get some bats farmed. But it might take a while. We know this. We know this firsthand from how long the basilisks took. That sometimes it can take quite a while, even quite a while, if you're dedicated to farming one particular creature, for that creature to drop their card. It can take quite a bit of time. Do a bit of that. The game is running a bit slower, but that... I mean, it's not the game's fault. The thing is that OBS, now that I've paused and resumed a recording, seems to be basically just draining more of my computer's resources than it needs. Or maybe it does need them. I don't know what causes this, but like it apparently is a known issue that if you are using OBS and you're recording something and you pause it and then you resume the recording, it'll just start acting differently. If you, on the other hand, just stop the recording outright, meaning if you start recording again, it's a new video altogether, then the problem doesn't happen, but then you run into the issue of, well, I wanted to do just one episode, but now it's in the form of multiple clips that I've got to put together, which isn't horrible, but it does significantly, like, it more than doubles the overall processing time, even that little thing. I don't like to do that, but also I don't like nobody likes slowdown, so you just gotta pick which bad option is the least bad, and just go with that. So where are all the sticks for these hut people? The people in the huts. Because we haven't found any cards or skins in this episode so far, but maybe the people in the huts can come through for us. Alright, come on, let's just... that. Do this. And just keep going through this very crowded part of the map. And there's, I believe, our master standing there to the right. Oh, no, that's just a person giving us some treasure, which is appreciated. Alright. Take you down. And maybe the treasure chest we'll get at the end of this are gonna have something nice in them. You never know. Except they don't. Okay. Hello! Here we go. Here's a card. Here's one card in the episode. A stronghold card from the Doom Fortress card set. That has definitely lifted my mood. In fact, let's take a look at the Doom Fortress card set. 5 out of 7, and if we can get the other two, then that'll be a nice damage reduction for people that are provoking. So not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I think I'm just gonna... Let's kill them. And actually, hang on. Have we set people on fire in this round? We have set people on fire in this round. Okay. So, I'm gonna do something a little bit different before we end. Is we've been fighting bats. I'm gonna take a bit of a break from fighting bats, and I'm going to summon some of those, I think, blessed chimeras, the ones that try to resurrect. And we'll take advantage of the fact that the realm is going to prevent enemies from resurrecting, and we'll just get some of those on the field. So where was the candle? The candle was in one of the places we've already been, so let's actually just... we'll kill the final enemy along the way. And then we'll do this. Oh, by the way, I completely glossed over the fact that we are in a new week. So I did quite a few episodes last week, which is why we had quite a few episodes with the bonus not changing. I think the last bonus was netherstones or something like that. So we wanted no, not beacons, chimeras. Yeah. So while we can just basically kill these people for free, without having to do anything to let me check something. Do I even need to... I don't. I don't even need to do the Clayman, so I'm gonna... I'm just gonna do that. And that'll speed up these fights a little bit. Or maybe I do need to do that. We'll see how... We'll see how a couple of these fights go. You know what? Okay, yeah. I was wrong. We do need to do the Clayman. We don't need to, but it is gonna slow things down if we don't. So let's hit you, and then let's actually turn back, and since we're pretty close, let's just summon one more group. And now we'll go through the rest of the round, killing them and seeing what we find. We've already found one card in the realm. Yeah, in the realm. I was gonna correct myself and say one card in the episode, which definitely would have been correct, but the card did in fact drop in this realm. It dropped from, I think it might have been from one of the people in the huts. So if that is the case, then the hut people did indeed come through for us in a big way. And there's one hut person left, so, you know, maybe the hut people could have one final moment of glory. And we'll just go around killing these people, and then we can call it good, because it's been a good episode. A little disappointed that the that summoning or doing Godspawn missions doesn't like doing Godspawn projects doesn't count as doing missions. I feel like it should. I mean, I'm not that upset about it because eventually all the Godspawns will be summoned and then we can just move on to, you know, whatever else we're going to be using our projects for. But yeah, you know, it's fine. Yeah, if the realm was better laid out, then I would maybe consider staying in here and doing some off-screen farming. But it's a bit too spread out and it's a bit too all over the place. Would not be a very efficient realm for farming. But you know, there's still 11 of these guys left. I will kill all of them before we head out. So, you know, you never know. You could have some good luck. You never know when the good luck is gonna come. Right, just murder you as well. Alright. There's the final hut. I think there might be 2 huts left, now that I'm looking at it a bit more carefully. Yeah, there's one to the top left, and then there's the one below us. Let's actually turn around and get this one first. And nothing special out of you. Five enemies left. 3 of them are in our immediate vicinity. You. Okay, so 2 enemies left. And the final hut didn't give us anything, that's okay. Ooh, there's one oasis. Could have something nice in it. We would like treasure, I think. Wouldn't mind favor. Wouldn't even mind a fight against the next enemies, because I think that just means you get more favor out of it in the end. Right, so that's the final enemy. And we don't get anything. That's okay. Let's just take one final look around. Yeah, this realm is kind of huge. I can't... Like, I'm panicking. I kind of want to make sure that I've donated. Yes, okay. And we have definitely bought the Heart of Laglor. Yes, okay. So now we're just gonna head home and we're gonna call it an episode. Alright. So, what have we accomplished in this episode? Well, we started out by taking a look at the Reliquary and all the other things that we can now start spending our piety on, now that we have all the relics unlocked. We haven't spent any piety yet. That'll happen pretty soon. How much do we have right now? Close to 300,000. We'll wait until we have 500,000 and a bit. And so that's one thing we looked at. The options available to us now that we have everything unlocked. The other thing we did was we just carried on with our slow but steady progress, getting god spawns summoned. Let's actually take a look at them in our bestiary. These are avatars. God spawns have a blue star, yes, the blue star icon. But quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just under half of them are unlocked. 16 more. And those final 16 are also going to give us the last 16 creatures in our bestiary. We'll have all the entries. That'll be exciting, but it's going to take a while. It will go a lot faster if I just didn't do any other missions and I only did God Spawn missions. Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier that the Tamara Murgo God Spawn Grommet is like I really do think this guy is kind of cute. But yeah, there's a few more of them left to go. I really like the Capra God Spawn as well. Just because dude's just fucking smoking a cigar. He looks so different from how Apocrynox looks. Because Apocrynox looks, you know, so nice and regal. You know, he's kneeling, he's got his bow ready. He's, I guess, the one thing that they have in common is that they're both pretty jacked, right? Pretty muscular. But this dude's just standing there smoking a cigar. What a champ. All right. Yeah, we'll get to the rest of this list in due time. And what I was gonna say, we could get through the list a lot quicker if we were doing only God Spawn projects and nothing else, but I do also want to get through, you know, Rune of Prophecies stuff, and frequently you'll have to do missions to get your Rune of Prophecies done as well. And yeah, so there's that. Other than that, we also had a Nether boss fight, which went well, and we also found one card from random loot, which takes us to 637 out of 1052. So another tiny bit of progress on that front, and I think that is just about everything. So with all of that said, I think it's time for me to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode as well. And until then, take care.